Good morning and a happy new year to all of you. So today we have Sister Sheilu with us. So Sheilu Ben is a senior faculty member of Academy for Better World, Gyan Sarovar, Mount Abu. Also, Sister Sheilu is a vice chairperson of Education Wing of Raj Yoga Education and Research Foundation, and also director of Raj Yoga Training Intensives held at Mount Abu. Also, Sister Sheilu is a broadcaster on television, a conference speaker, a lecturer, trainer, and interpreter, and a popular orator. She has traveled all over India and also over 70 countries in all 5 continents as a lecturer in conferences, as a conductor of Raj Yoga retreats. So today we have Sister Sheilu with us. She would revise yesterday's Avyakt Murli. At the end, you could have few questions. Okay, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Happy New Year. Yesterday, Baba greeted us in 3 ways. Which are those 3 ways he greeted us in? First of all, greetings for the new age, for the new life. Then for the new age, and then for the new year. So 3 types of congratulations or greetings. Because when we took birth, spiritual birth with Baba, we got a new life. Before we were leading a worldly life, indulging in so many vices, lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego, jealousy, hatred, whatnot. But since we got Baba's introduction, since we got the knowledge of the self, the knowledge of the drama, knowledge of the 3 worlds, knowledge of so many things, we got a new life. So Baba greeted us for that new life. And then Baba has given us a big task to do. Baba has said that you are helping me in establishing a new world. And therefore, you are my helpers for the establishment of Satyug, golden age. And for that, you have to become pure. Because purity alone will enable you to establish that new world. So through purity, we help Baba to establish a new world, Satyug, golden age. And therefore Baba says, greetings for the new age too. And then, of course, greetings for the new year. But greetings for the new year means just once a year, 1 day a year, that's all. Tomorrow we will not say Happy New Year, Happy New Year. But we can definitely say Happy New Life and Happy New Age. But Happy New Year is just 1 day. So what is more important than Happy New Year? This new year has been coming every year. It's not a big thing. But the new life comes only once at this confluence age in the whole cycle. Therefore, it is very, very important. And also, the new age, which Baba is establishing through us, is definitely not a small thing. What will be in that new age, golden age? Baba keeps telling us in every Murli. Baba said yesterday also, or today or two, you will not have any desires there. In today's Murli, Baba said, in today's world, people keep desires. I need this, I need that. I want this, I want that. And there's a saying, needs are not many, but wants can be unlimited. Because for needs, we say just food, water, clothing. That's all. That's the need for the body. Food, water, clothing. We need clothes to wear, food to eat, and of course shelter. So we need a house. But for the soul, we need values. So that is for our life, that is for for our livinghood. But in new age, in golden age, there won't be any desires. Everything will be fulfilled automatically. You know, many people say that I want peace. I want peace. They are desiring peace. And then we say, why you want peace? They say, well, that is the necessity of life, peace. Because without peace, if you have anything else, how much can you be satisfied? Because there's ultimately there's no desire which will be fully accomplished. One desire accomplished, another one will come. So there's no end. And therefore many people say, I don't want anything, I just want peace. I have everything. And there are some people who say that if I get food, water, clothing, shelter, all that, then I will be at peace. But if those who have all this, still they want peace. It's not that if they have food, water, clothing, shelter, that means they've got peace. Not necessary. And therefore Baba says, peace is also very important for the soul. The values in life are very important, because if the values are not there in life, then life too has no value, in spite of having everything of this world. Life is valuable because of values. So Baba gives us values, and Baba says that through these values, your life becomes valuable and you become God's helpers to establish a new world. And therefore it's a new life. So Baba has already congratulated us for that. So in yesterday's Murli, Baba very elaborately spoke about that. And then what else did Baba say in the Murli? We are revising yesterday's Murli, you remember? What else did Baba say? Who would like to share? Become the master. Okay. You are masters. Carefree emperor. Baba doesn't like children struggling, working hard, mehnat. So let us go one by one, okay? First was congratulations. Then what did Baba say after that? Baba spoke about the importance of the confluence age. On the path of devotion, they give importance to a confluence, wherever two rivers meet, three rivers meet, or where the river and the ocean meet, that place is of great importance. That is why in Allahabad, in Prayagraj, there is the confluence of three rivers. Ganga and Jamuna and Saraswati, they say, is incognito. But two rivers are visible, and how they meet each other. Has anyone been to Allahabad, to Prayagraj? No? No one. But you can very clearly see the difference. Jamuna water is little bit muddy, but Ganga water is very, very clean, very clean. So where they meet, you can feel this is a little dirty, this is clean. You can feel the difference. So wherever there's a confluence of two rivers, there people take a dip, they bathe there. And they think that their sins will be absolved, washed away. And also where river and ocean meet, we have with the river and ocean meeting in Calcutta. So many huge two rivers, Brahmaputra river and Ganga river, Ganges, they go and meet the ocean, the Bay of Bengal. And really you can't find the difference between river and ocean. They look so alike, but you can feel the difference. If you take the water and try to drink it, the river water is little sweet, but the ocean water is salty. So immediately you can know the feeling, the difference between river and ocean. And then we also have confluence between ocean and ocean. I remember in Africa, in South Africa, there's Cape Town. And you find the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. They meet at that point. The Atlantic Ocean is so fiery, so many waves, very strong current of water. But the Indian Ocean is very cool, very calm. Who's from South Africa? Anyone here? Achha, from South. Have you been to Cape Town? You saw that Cape Town? Yeah. It's at the bottom of the country, Cape Town, bottom of Africa. And there it is written, Cape of Good Hope. Because they say that Vasco da Gama, he was from Portugal. So Vasco da Gama wanted to come to India. So he came from Portugal, Lisbon, and he traveled by ship. And then there is that Atlantic Ocean. No, it's Atlantic Ocean, I think. So very, very fiery, very fearsome, and he wanted to come to India. But he was afraid that maybe he'll not be able to reach India because the ocean was very frightening to travel in that little boat he had, or that little ship he had. But then as he reached the tip of Africa, which is below Europe, he reached the tip of Africa to come to India towards the east. At that time he saw the difference. And the ocean was very calm, very calm. Then he said, now I have hope that I can go to India because the ocean is so calm. So he named that place Cape of Good Hope, the good hope that he can come to India. So this is it. So wherever there's a confluence, there people give great importance. We have Kumbh Melas there. Kumbh means again a confluence. So Baba says all those confluences, they are memorials of this confluence age. Which confluence age? The end of Iron Age and the beginning of Golden Age, when God comes. That is why they give so much importance to that place and they bathe there, thinking that their sins will be washed away. So Baba says that you bathe yourselves in the ocean of knowledge, in the rivers of knowledge, and your soul is purified. But then they don't know about this confluence age, which is the most auspicious confluence age. So they think that by bathing in those river or ocean, their sins will be absolved or washed away. So Baba was giving importance to the confluence age. Then what else did Baba say? After that, what did Baba say? Baba spoke about how you are now transforming from, first you were Shudras. Shudras are shown as at the feet. And now you have become Brahmins. So Brahmins are at the top knot. So from Shudras to Brahmins, right from the bottom straight to the top, we call it somersault. Have you seen people somersaulting? You know, when you just bow down and then the feet touch the head. That's how. So, and then they go round, again another round. And many people go on pilgrimage places with that, in that form. They don't walk. What they do is that they just somersault and go. Just imagine. Somersault. So where feet and head meet, the tip of the top of the head, the top knot. So that's what they do. And that again, Baba says that you were Shudras before, and now you have become Brahmins at the confluence age. And what is your aim? What are you going to become after Brahmins? Angels. So you Brahmins will become angels. And then angels, as angels, will become very light. So Baba has mentioned about being light, double light. Because only then you can return home. Only then you can go to the soul world as pure souls, angels. And then from there you'll come as deities. In Bharat, there's a saying, Brahman Devta. They don't say he's a Brahman, they say he's a Brahman Devta. Brahman becoming a deity. But Brahmins don't become deities straight away. Oh. From Brahmin, we have to become angel, and then we have to return home, and then come as deities. So Brahmins and deities are very well known. First we were Shudras. So Baba said that, so it's everyone's effort, is it not, to become an angel from Brahman and a deity from an angel. And for that you have to become very light. How will you become an angel? Angel cannot have any heavy weight. It's very light. So very light means no burden. So what did Baba say about burden? How will we become double light? By giving our burden to Baba. I give an example. Supposing a child is carrying a big load. It's quite heavy and he's with his mother. So it'll be difficult for him to carry that weight. She said, Mommy, you take, because the child wants to be light. It wants to run, it wants to jump. But if it has a burden, how can it jump? How can it run? So, Mommy, you take. So the mother will take. So Baba is also my mother and father. We become so heavy with our waste thoughts. Okay, we may not have negative thoughts. It's fine not to have negative thoughts because Baba teaches us to become soul conscious. But just being soul conscious alone is not enough. We have also to give the burden which we have of 63 births to Baba. It's not just this one birth. But at least this one birth, Baba says, give your burden to me. So we are carrying so many burdens of family, relationships, there's so many. And so many waste thoughts come in the mind. Usually when children complain, Baba, I'm having too many waste thoughts. Too many waste thoughts. Baba, I sit to remember you and I get waste thoughts. So how do we overcome these waste thoughts? So I was thinking, so these waste thoughts, how they come? in what form they come? They may be waste thoughts about the body. Supposing you're physically sick, now waste thoughts will come. Oh, I don't know what will happen. I don't know whether I'll become okay or not. I don't know whether this medicine will work. I don't know whether this doctor is good enough, I don't know if I'm taking the right medicine. So many waste thoughts come. And then when these waste thoughts come, our problem of the body becomes even more because we are having stress. Those waste thoughts will then lead to stress. So, because there are questions, what will happen? What will happen? And ultimately that will lead to stress. And that can also lead to sorrow. So when there is stress, when there's sorrow, when there's fear, there may be fear of death also, it's different. There may be fear of death. If doctor has declared that you have cancer, for example, oh, I will never be cured, I will die. So there's so much fear of death. We have a list of fears, and death is at the top. Fear of a rat, fear of a cockroach, fear of even maybe a mosquito. People are afraid of so many things. Fear of darkness, fear of so many things. But the greatest fear, could there be any bigger fear than death, fear of death? The last fear, the highest is the fear of death. Oh, I'll die. Oh, I'll die. They use this word die so often. In every, you can say, in conversation they have with people. So death is the topmost. And what has Baba told us? Children, you never die. You never die. Why? You don't die? Because it is written, they say that as certain as death, about other things you may not be certain of that this will happen or not happen. But death is inevitable. It will definitely come one day. The one who is born has to die one day. So they say that your birth year and your death and the death year, born in this year and he died in this year. But that is of not much importance. But what is more important is the dash in between. The birth year and the death year, the dash in between. What did you do during those years between your birth and your death? Because death cannot be avoided. It is inevitable. So what I did in those years when I was alive, that is what is more important. Somebody can live for just 20 years, 30 years, but he does so much that he is remembered by everyone. And somebody may live even for over 100 years, but he didn't do anything much in life. Then who will remember him? Nobody will even know him. So it's not the matter of years you live. It's the matter of what you do in those years. But why is there fear of death? We say for 5 reasons. There is fear of death. One fear of death is the thought comes when I will die. I will die. So I will die is a very big fear. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And Baba gives us a beautiful knowledge of the soul. Soul is eternal. It is never born, it never dies. It is eternal, immortal, imperishable, indivisible and invisible. All is in. Immortal, imperishable, indivisible, invisible and eternal. So I am that soul, and this body is just a costume. So when I think in this way, I overcome the fear of death. So one fear, one reason is, I am going to die. And Baba changes that thought. I never die. Then why there is fear of death? The second reason is attachment to belongings. Oh, when I die, I'll have to leave everything. So much money I have, my clothes. One person was afraid of death because she had so many clothes. Oh, I will have to leave all these clothes. So fear of leaving behind my belongings, my money, my treasures, my land, my this, my that. I'll have to leave everything behind. I can't carry it with me. So fear of losing all that. Then the third reason why there is fear of attachment to people. Oh, my so-and-so, my so-and-so, I will leave that one because I can't take anyone with me. You have to go alone. There's a very interesting song in Hindi. Everyone has to die, and when you die, you don't take anything with you. और हिंदी में कहते हैं न हाथी है न घोड़ा है, वहाँ सबको अकेला जाना है. Even your horse won't accompany you, your elephant won't accompany you. You will have to go alone. And sometimes we say very interestingly, we call it Shamshani Vairagya. Like it is disinterest when you go to the cremation ground. You know, when someone dies, he's a big personality and he's related to you, for example. And if he dies, well, he's close relative, so you go to his cremation, for his cremation. But then when we are going to the cremation ground, carrying that dead body, at that time many thoughts come in our mind. Oh, he was such a great person, such a big person. And he was so rich, he had so much. But see, he's gone alone. He didn't take anything with him. Nobody will take anything with him. And then the thought comes, oh, one day I will also die. I also will go like that. My cremation also will happen and my procession will be taken to the cremation ground, like it will all go. So I will also die like his body is being taken to the cremation ground. So I also will die. At that time, that feeling of, disinterest for the world comes. But then, once the cremation is done, he's gone. Today Baba said, no, you don't have to just kill Ravan yesterday, but you have to burn him also. So cremation means burning, finished. No remains of the body also. When you bury the dead body, the remains are there. There's always fear of him waking up again, or fear of his soul wandering, you never know. So finish once and for all by burning it. Well, anyway, so after the cremation is done, what happens? We come back home, no? But on our way, our thoughts change. How they change? When we are going to the cremation ground, we say, oh, he's gone. He didn't take anything with him, all his riches and this and that, nothing. And one day we will die like that. We also will not take any riches with us. But then when we're coming back, the thought comes, well, he's gone. He won't come back now. Even his ghost won't come back. But what about all that he has left behind? I can claim that. His house, his shop, his land, his this, his that. Because I am so and so of his. I have some relationship with him, so I can definitely claim for that. I will go and do it. At that time, why doesn't the thought come, even I will have to leave it one day? Does the thought come at that time? So this is called Shamshani Vairag, temporary disinterest, going to the, at the cremation ground, that's all. And once out of the cremation ground, that temporary disinterest is also finished. again we become attracted to the world. So third reason why there's fear of death is, I'll have to leave behind everything and go empty-handed. Like they show off Alexander the Great. We learn in history. Alexander the Great, he was a Greek king. And how he had that ambition, I want to win the whole world through violence, through hatred, through weapons. And he went to every country and, just attacked and looted and won that country. But then when he came to India, he got this great spiritual knowledge from a guru. That's a big story, but then to cut short, that guru told him, Alexander, because Alexander, what will you take with you? When you will die, nothing will accompany you. Everything will be left behind. You will go back empty-handed. And truly he got such a big lesson from that guru, that when he went back, that disinterest came in him, and before dying, he told his soldiers that when I die and you put my body in the coffin, at that time make 2 holes in the coffin and put my hands outside the coffin like this, and let the world know that Alexander the Great, he was called the Great Alexander, he wanted to conquer the whole world. But when he died empty-handed. Empty-handed. The coffin has no pockets. So it's a big lesson. So fear of death is also there, because I will leave this one, I will leave that one. Then the fourth reason for fear of death is fear of the future. What will happen in the future? Because in the scriptures it is written, you will get this birth and that birth, you will get you'll enter this species and that species, you'll become a snake, you'll become a dog, you'll become a cat, what not. So fear of what birth will I take? What will happen to me in my next life? So that fear is there. It's like going into the dark. It's so dark ahead. There's no light at all. So people are so afraid of darkness. What to do? What if I fall down? What if this happens, that happens? So fear of death is because fear of the future. And then the fifth reason why there is fear, it is because of the sinful actions done in life. The sinful actions done in life, and the fear that I will be punished for those sinful actions. In God's world, there is complete justice. Although justice may be late, but justice is there. You will have to pay for all your karma. You will have to pay. Maybe if not today, then tomorrow, then after 10 years, 100 years, even after 3-4 lives, whatever, but you'll have to pay it one day. Because the soul carries those sanskars. But when we become Baba's children, we are enlightened. How are we enlightened? How are we enlightened? We get the knowledge of the soul, that I never die. Then second, attachment to physical belongings finishes, because nothing is mine. I just become detached from the body. Even the body is not mine. So instantly I can detach myself from my belongings too, because I never brought them and I will never take them with me. So my possessiveness finishes. Even this body is not mine. For this body I've been doing so much whole life, but even this body will deceive me one day. And therefore attachment to body and bodily possessions finishes, because they don't belong to me. If I say I, then I say I'm a soul. If I say my, then I say my Baba, but nothing else. And for the rest, Baba says, use them, but don't be attached to them. These things are meant to be used, that's all. If you don't use them, then they can get spoiled. Nowadays, the things used are just use and throw. You can't keep for long. Even these digital gadgets which we use, or anything we use digital, we have to keep on using. If we don't use, what will happen? After some years it will be obsolete, or maybe after some time it won't work at all. The battery will be over, finished, you can't use it anymore. Then you have to throw it away. So use it. And therefore Baba says that whatever you have, use it in a worthwhile way. If you use it in a worthwhile way, then you accumulate. If you do not use it in a worthwhile way, you not only don't accumulate, but then also it gets ruined, it gets wasted. So use it, your body, your mind, your wealth, use in a worthwhile way. How will you use it? By serving others with your body, with your mind, with your wealth. Otherwise it will all go a waste. You can't carry it with you. And therefore no attachment to our belongings too. And thirdly, attachment to human beings. Baba says, no, all relationships with me. So no attachment to human beings also. All these relationships which I have in my life, they're all based on karmic accounts. And once these karmic accounts are over, no one belongs to anyone. No one. Not even your own children. Not even anyone with whom you have lived with or done so much for. Even that will not be forever. So what's the use of keeping attachment? Because ultimately it will lead to sorrow. But have all relationships with one, then you will never be unhappy in life, because that is the eternal Father, eternal beloved, eternal bridegroom, eternal. He never dies. And I am also eternal. I was never born and I never die. So if I think in this way, then the fear of death finishes. And fourthly, the fear of the future. Even that fear is no more in us. Why no more in us? Fear of the future. Because we know our future is very bright. Baba was saying, I think yesterday, that even if, or today, if somebody leaves the body, any of Baba's children, the next birth will be very good birth. Very good birth, because the charitable actions have been taken with that soul. That soul has taken so many blessings with it. So these blessings and the charitable actions, the good sanskars, they have accompanied the soul. And wherever the soul will take birth, that will be even better than this one maybe. Now the body was very diseased or whatever, but the new body will be very lovely, very beautiful, because that one has served in that past life. So serve through the body, serve through the mind, serve with the wealth, and therefore golden spoon in mouth, even in the next birth in Kali Yuga. So no fear of death. And therefore Baba says you have to be burden free. Baba says, think it to be mine, become a trustee. Baba will not take, he doesn't need. Baba doesn't need anything. But whatever we are doing, serving through body, mind and wealth, we are doing it for ourselves. So we cannot say that I am doing this for you, I am doing this for you. If I am doing it for someone, it is actually for myself. if I'm serving someone, it's actually for myself, because I will get the reward of that, definitely. But if I have that ego, I am doing it, then the reward will reduce. It will reduce because the ego has come in and that has given me some joy for a while, and that is the reward I've received. Because that ego gave me some joy. So my reward for the future is reduced. That is why it is said, if you do something good, don't announce it. Don't declare it. Don't make show of it. Keep it incognito. Keep it incognito. Don't have to say anything, That's why if somebody praises me, I say, enough, it's okay. No need to praise me so much. It's okay. So don't even accept praise. Because if I say, I am good, I am this, I am that, actually it is Baba who has given it to me. The praise should go to Baba, not to me. So anything good, okay, it's all right, it's fine. Don't boast about it. Don't show off of it. No need. We have to be very humble. But if you do something wrong, you must always come and tell the truth. Always always say sorry for it. Always ask for pardon. So when you speak the truth and say that you did something wrong, then whatever punishment you would have otherwise got, that will be reduced because you have spoken the truth. So if you do something wrong, don't hide. And if you do something good, no need to tell. But what we do? We do the opposite. No, don't we? If I do something good, oh, my collar up. I did this good for this one. And if I did something bad, oh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. But you expect him not to tell anyone? He will tell to one person, say, don't tell anyone. And then that one will tell another one, don't tell anyone. And in the meantime, it will reach everywhere. Well, then say it yourself. Yes, I made this mistake, sorry. Say sorry. Ask for pardon, ask for forgiveness. And then not just say sorry and then forget about it, but when you say sorry, you then make a promise to yourself that I will not do it again. I will not do it again. That's what Mama used to tell us. Mama used to say to us that if somebody asks Mama, how to be a good effort maker? How to be a good effort maker? So Mama said, always keep in mind that if I make a mistake, okay, I make a mistake. But at that time, learn from that mistake so that you don't repeat that mistake and make a promise that you will not repeat it, come what may. You will not repeat it. There's a saying, a bad judgment can lead you to a wrong, in Hindi this is a little interesting. A wrong judgment can lead you to a bad experience. So if your judgment was not right and it was wrong, it can lead you to a bad experience. But don't allow that bad experience to lead you to the wrong judgment again. That bad experience which you have had, it should help you to lead you to a good judgment later on. So that experience which you got, don't do it again. I put my finger in the fire. I know it will burn my finger. It will definitely burn. But if I put again and again, I'll burn my finger more and more. So if by chance my finger has been put in the fire and I'm getting like a sore here. But next time be careful that you don't do it again. So don't do it again. This is the promise we make to Baba. So whatever I have done, okay, Baba, in my past births or this life, whatever, Baba, I write to you and I hand over to you, Baba, and I make a promise I will not do it again. So that's what New Year resolution is. Otherwise, they say resolutions are made every year, but then how much we really work upon them, how much we bring them in our practical life. Not always. So once you make a resolve, let it be a determination. Then come what may, you will not break that promise. So this is what Baba says. So whatever's happened, okay, write and finish off and give it to Baba. Many would write letters to Baba. Every day we would get so many letters written to Baba. So somebody asked me one day, what do you do with all those letters? You mean somebody reads them? Nobody reads them. Why should we read? It is between you and Baba. Why should we read? No. Then what do you do with those letters? Somebody asked. I said, we put them in the fire. Finish. Hand it over to Baba and the yagya swaha, you say. Nobody reads them. No need also. It is between you and Baba. And sometimes Baba says, the moment you start writing, at that very moment, Baba comes to know. So, it's there between you and Baba, the communication. We don't interfere. And therefore, Baba says, you must have that courage to write to Baba. And then when you write, you give it to Baba, finish. Then you become light. And that is what we say, Baba, I give it to you. Oops, just
शिव पिता को अब याद करो, मुक्ति धाम तुम्हें जाना है। अपने सुकर्मों के बल पर ही सतयुग में तुमको आना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो। ये संगम का स्वर्णिम युग है, शिव पिता फिर से आया है। ब्रह्मांक से शिव बाबा ने वही गीता ज्ञान सुनाया है। कलयुग का अंत अब आया है, विकराल विनाश खड़ा आगे। अब हम सबका शिव पिता ने बतलाया है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो। पांडव शिव शक्ति सेना की रणभेरी अब फिर बजती है। शिव बाबा के ज्ञान से फिर माया को मार भगाना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो, सतयुग में तुमको आना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो, मुक्ति धाम तुम्हें जाना है। अपने सुकर्म
So what do we have to do? We have to give all our burdens to Baba. Have you given your burden to Baba? Those who say, yes, Baba, I've given every burden to you, nothing is mine, I am Baba's. Raise your hand. Acha, everyone, not kept any burden with you. Little bit? No? Sure. You are going back from here very light, okay? But then what are you going to carry with you? Okay, burdens you give away, but what do you carry with you then? Huh? Huh? What? What do you carry with you? Karmic accounts. Baba says what you have to carry with you is the treasures which Baba is giving you. Baba gives us so many treasures, a treasure of knowledge, a treasure of virtues. Baba said this in yesterday's Murli. Treasure of virtues, treasures of power, treasure of powers. That's what we carry with us. And I give a very good example. A very good example. See, when you're traveling in a flight, it is written only this much kilos of weight. You can't carry more than this. So accordingly you carry the weight. But then when you're traveling, when you reach the airport, what do? You go to the check-in counter and you hand over your heavy luggage at the counter itself. The flight will bring it with it. But then you don't have to carry it with you. So we say, okay, check-in luggage you give to the counter or to the airlines to carry it for you. But what do you carry with you in a hand luggage? You carry a purse, your money, your valuables, the important things in that. And a small bag, which should be not more than in India when we are traveling, just 7 kilos. That's all. And then the check-in luggage is 15 kilos, not more than that. You can't carry any more luggage. So, okay, after check-in, the hand luggage and little purse. So 3 things. And sometimes there's only 1 suitcase. Not even 2 suitcases, so 1 suitcase. So these 3 things we carry with us. Now, what does the soul carry with itself? We say 3 things. The soul means, when I say soul, what does it mean? Mind, intellect and sanskars. These 3 things are of the soul, no? So what do we carry in the mind? What do we carry in the intellect? And what do we carry in our sanskars? So the heavy suitcase, which is sanskars, that we check in. It will not accompany me in my travel, even if I am changing, changing flights. But I know that suitcase will reach at my destination. It will not come to me in between. So what will reach my destination? That is my sanskars. And my sanskars, whatever karmas I have done, they will accompany me to my destination in the form of sanskars. So that you're not carrying with you, but you're carrying 2 things with you, your hand luggage and your purse. And your hand luggage you put in the top locker. You know what you say, what do you call that? When you put on the top, what do you call it? Overhead, yeah, you put there. And the purse you carry with you, and also food items, whatever, okay, you carry with you. So that's your mind and intellect. So your mind is always with you, and that's your purse. So what do you carry in your purse? Valuables. Your valuables. You don't put it in the check-in luggage. You carry your valuables with you. So what are your valuable things? Your greatest treasure, the greatest treasure of knowledge, which is in your mind. And all the time you are churning that knowledge. So that is your purse. And whenever anything happens, just remember a point. Point of drama, point of soul, point of supreme soul, point of karma, any point of the Murli. Just remember that and it will come handy to you, because it's something called handbag. So handy bag, which is needed all the time. Your medicines, whatever. So your mind should always be having true valuable things in it. Your pure thoughts, your good thoughts, your auspicious thoughts. And what you carry in your other hand luggage, which you put in the locker upstairs, it is your intellect. And what you put in your intellect? What you put in your intellect? Your virtues. Your virtues and powers in your intellect, because they have to be used not all the time, but only sometimes. Knowledge is used all the time. Every moment you need a point of knowledge for doing anything. But virtues and powers are needed at the right time. Now I need the power of tolerance. Okay, somebody is shouting at me, screaming at me, telling bad words to me. Okay, I have power of tolerance. Invoke power of tolerance. Invoke power of accommodation. Okay, you don't have to go and tell the world, he said like this to me, he said like that to me. Okay, that's his thought, whatever he thinks. But I know what I am. I don't have to really be affected by what he says. So I have power of tolerance. So at that time, this power works. Power to cooperate. So occasionally you need these in the flight, in your journey. So use these powers and use your virtues. And so when we use these powers and virtues, we are flying safe. We have everything with us. But the rest of the things, none of them accompany us. So mind, intellect and sanskars. Mind, my thoughts, my knowledge, my churnings. Intellect, my virtues and powers. And the sanskars, my good karma. I don't remember them because now they will reach me at my destination as my destiny. Destination comes from the word destiny. According to your destiny, you will reach your destination. That's it. And therefore, whatever I have done good, okay, I hand it over to Baba also. Baba, you will give me the reward of that. I don't have to think about it. I did this, I did that. I don't have to remember. I will get back that reward. And therefore, Baba says, you do something good and forget about it. You have to forget your check-in luggage. You can't remember it in your journey. Oh, I forgot, I put that in my suitcase and now it is gone, the check-in luggage, I can't get it back. Only at your destination you will get it back. So, good karma, forget about it after you have done. Bad karma, whatever, you hand over to Baba. Dustbin, and dustbins say, written on dustbins, use me, use me. So you have to use it as to Baba, give it to Baba. So is Baba your dustbin? Baba your dustbin? No, we sometimes compare to Baba to our trolley bag, Trolley, the trolley you carry, when you go to the airport and you get your luggage, what do? You use a trolley, to put the luggage on. That means whatever weight you have, give it to Baba. Nothing belongs to me. And you travel light. You go light. So, and what does Baba do? Baba does not take anything. He will say, okay, I will give you multi-million fold in the future. But we must have the courage to say it belongs to Baba. We must have the courage to really make a promise to Baba. We must have the courage to really hand over the rubbish to Baba. That courage is very, very important. So if we keep the courage, then Baba gives us help multi-million fold. So that is what we say. Hand over all your burden to Baba. He will carry it. And if it's not useful, he will throw it in the yajna, swaha, swaha. Okay? You want any questions? You have any questions? Of course, there's much more in the Murli of yesterday, what Brahma Baba did, how Brahma Baba worked till the end, till the last day. Baba worked hard. He even spoke the Murli. Before leaving the body, 15 minutes before leaving the body, Baba spoke the Murli in the class. And after he finished the Murli on 18th of January 1969, at about 8:30 or so at night, before coming to his room, from the history hall, he got up from that seat and then came to the door and said 3 last words. They were his last words. They were, children, you have to be bodiless, egoless and viceless. Okay, Baba takes leave. Baba said these words. You have to be bodiless, egoless and viceless. Nirakari, nirvikari, nirahankari. Okay, Baba takes leave. And he said this and went to his room. He was sitting on his bed and Dadi Prakash Mani just came into the room. It was about 9:15 at night. And Baba was sitting on his bed. His feet were down and his eyes were closed, and just Baba had become detached, completely detached from the body. And then Dadiji went to him just to draw his attention that if Baba wants anything, because Baba had some chest pain during the whole day, but then the whole day went very well. And so just to inquire about Baba's health, Dadi just took his hands and Baba, how are you? Means, how is your health? So Baba opened his eyes and just gave drishti to Dadi. So drishti and hands. And at that time Baba flew away. The soul left the body. That was it. And that's what Baba says in the Murlis, that Baba willed all the powers to Dadiji, to the Shaktis. So drishti and hand, the vibrations through eyes and hands, Baba willed all the powers to Dadiji, Dadi Prakash Maniji. And before that, on that day, how Baba wrote so many letters. Usually Baba would write letter at about 10 o'clock, the letters would come and Baba would reply. And then in the evening at 4 o'clock, letters would come, second post. Now we have computers, but that time there were no computers, there used to be letters, So the postman would bring letters. And so at 4 o'clock also the letters came and Baba came to the office. It was a Saturday evening. And Baba's health was not very good, but then Baba continued serving. So in the evening, after afternoon at 4 o'clock, he came to the office again and told Ishu Dadi, who was his secretary, that now whatever letters have come today, I will answer all those letters also. So Ishu Dadi told him, Baba, why this evening? Today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, and tomorrow there won't be any letters. So you can write tomorrow, Baba, let it be today. But Baba said, no, Baba will reply to all the letters. And he did reply to all the letters. It was very cold, you can imagine. January month is even colder than December. It was very cold. And Baba's health wasn't good too. But then, so Dadi Prakash Mani said, Baba, we can have early dinner so that you can rest early. So instead of 7:30, Dadi said, okay, 6:30. So dinner was at 6:30 to 7:30. And then after that, at about at 7:45, 8. Probably the night class, usually we would have from 8:30 to 9:30 night class, but then that day was a little bit earlier, and by 8:45 Baba finished, 7:45 to 8:45, and then Baba was going to the room and this happened. So we can say that everything happened so rightly, so exactly. Baba finished all his responsibilities. Because in the morning, Baba did not go to speak the Murli. Every morning, Baba would speak the Murli, but that morning, Baba had chest pain in the morning. And Baba was asked, Baba, should we call the doctor? Baba said, no, that supreme surgeon is doing his work. That's what Baba said. He didn't allow any doctor to come also, because the soul was becoming karmatit, completely detached. Baba was very, very detached. And then Dadi Prakashmani did not live in Madhuban. She was living in Mumbai. But she had come a few days before. And on the 17th, she was supposed to leave and go back to Mumbai. But Baba told her not to go. Baba told her to stay back and said the group can go, those who have come with her. So the group left on the 17th, but Baba made Dadi Prakashmani stay back. And then how this thing happened. So morning, on 18th morning, Baba had chest pain, so it was very cold too. So Dadi came to Baba's room and said, Baba, you don't go to speak the Murli today. It's very cold outside. Baba, I will go and just conduct meditation and say that today Baba is not well and Baba won't come to speak the Murli. So Baba said, okay. So it was only on that day, 18th of January, Baba did not come to speak the Murli. But then 18th evening, as it gets warmer during the day, it's quite hot, quite warm, the sun shines, it's quite warm. So Baba was okay, but not that it was cold. So about 6 o'clock, Baba said, tonight Baba will speak the Murli, because this morning Baba did not speak the Murli, and children must be wondering why Baba didn't speak the Murli. Why didn't we get Murli of 18th January morning Murli? So Baba will speak the Murli in the evening. And then afterwards Baba came, and then of course how Baba flew to Baba's subtle regions. And then Dadi Prakashmani asked Gulzar Dadi, why did Baba leave us? And what was the last stage of Brahma Baba before leaving the body? So Brahma Baba's soul, how Baba mentioned about the last stage before leaving the body. Baba said there was a pull from 3 sides, a pull. One pull was from Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba was telling the soul, now you have to come and become my constant companion. We will work together. Before Shiv Baba had to come in Brahma Baba's body. Now Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba constant companions, so Bap Dada together. So you have to become my constant companion. So Shiv Baba was pulling the soul towards him. The second pull was from the angelic form of Brahma Baba, because Brahma Baba was becoming an angel. So the angelic form of the subtle regions, that was also attracting Baba. And the third was the final karmic accounts with the body. Of course, there are always karmic accounts with the body. And when the karmic accounts are finished, then it's easy for the soul to leave the body. So the final karmic accounts of the body. And then Baba was remembering Dadi Prakashmani too. So how Dadi Prakashmani got the thought, let me go and meet Baba. Otherwise at night after Murli, she never came to Baba's room, because there was a sister and looking after Baba. So Dadi Prakashmani didn't come. But that night it was 1 hour early. Before it was only 8:45. Otherwise it would become 9:45 and then before 10. So she would not go. But that time it was on 18 January. It was a little bit early. So she said, let me go. And that time Baba was remembering her, that now I have to hand over everything to her. That's why according to drama, Baba made her stay back. Otherwise she was going back to Mumbai. So everything was so accurate, that how things worked out, and how Baba became complete, perfect, and flew to the subtle regions. And then again another message that Baba, now what to do? So Baba Dada said that now there will be Avyakt meetings. Baba said everything. That's a long story again. And then Baba also said Baba has not gone. Baba has just changed his room and his costume. In Hindi they say kamra or kapda. Kamra means room and kapda means costume. So Baba has just changed his room and costume. That's all. But Baba is not gone. So physical world is the room. Is gone from the physical world to the subtle world. So that's another room. Just change the room. And costume means this physical body relinquished or finished, and now the angelic body. So it's an angelic body. And Bap Dada will come to meet the children. Then Baba was asked, Baba, what will happen now in Madhuban? Baba said that children will continue to come to Madhuban. Baba's centers will grow, and Bap Dada will also come and meet the children. So that's how after 1969, 18 January, Baba's worked on angelic scale, and it worked even much better. Baba's children grew more and more. We had centers abroad, all these things started only after Baba became Avyakt. So like, first it was Baba's seva was like ant-like speed, and then became bird-like speed. So that is why we say it is God's task, it is not human being's task. There is no guru here, but the Satguru is just one, Shiv Baba. And we are all his helping hands. And Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba, they are a backbone, encouraging the children to be in the front. Baba said the Shaktis will be in the front, and Bap Dada will be the backbone as a support for the Shaktis. So that's how Baba's work is going on. You have any questions? Do you? Anybody else? Then ask. No?
Any questions? Please come forward. Okay, no questions. Okay, thank you, Sheilu, for the wonderful session, and a very important message from Transport Department. Please do go and check today at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 30, before you leave to Pandav Bhavan, your departure times and all of that, because there's a possibility of a strike tomorrow and day after. So it is very important that you go and check your departure times from the Transport Department.
What strike?